What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and or the freestyle. I appreciate you being here today. Of course, what I want you guys to do just real quick, because it helps promote the channel or the podcast, go down to the comment section, leave a little comment. It could be anything. It could be about how much you hate me or maybe how much you love me, which I'm sure you don't. But if you could do that, that'd be great. If you could leave a rating on Spotify, I'd appreciate it. If you drop a like rating down below, maybe hit the subscribe button, that'd be pretty sick too. So, my life right now, this is the first podcast I've posted, I think, since I went home from college. So now I'm back. And what I got is a little Stranger Things tier list because I didn't know what else to do. And I'm watching season 3 right now, just like a little rewatch just for, gets and shiggles. And yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing. And I'm not going to lie, there's way too many characters on here that I just don't know, because I think the second season sucked, and I think the fourth season was somehow worse. So, if there are certain characters in those seasons, I probably am not going to rank them super high. I would think. But, who knows? But I'm just going to get it. I'm just going to get it going. I got an entire, list right here of different names because there are so many of these that just I do not remember their names at all. Maybe I remember the face, but absolutely not the name. And we're going to start it off not strong at all. I mean, the weakest you could start it off. We have Mick from Callie's gang. Right. Just to let everyone know, of course, like always, S, A, B, C, D, and F. Resounding F. I don't even remember this person at all. Just a side character in a little gimmick that sucked. So F. Dottie, who's also in Callie's gang. F. Dude, what did Callie's gang even provide for the series? This isn't me being mean. I just genuinely want to know what significance they had next to Callie. Because Callie was like, ooh, she had superpowers too. And then Elle left, and that was really it. So maybe they're going to clean that up in the 5th season? I don't know. But the whole Callie's gang thing, that was not for me. So, yeah, that's gonna be a F for me. Next we have Lonnie Byers. Gosh, we couldn't have started out colder. Who is this? F. Like what are we even doing? Next person. Next we got Doris Driscoll. This is the rat lady in season 3. She's the one that calls Nancy, and she has the rat that explodes in her basement from eating all the fertilizer. Yeah. This lady's actually not even a bad character, and then I think she tweaks out in the 3rd season, if I remember right. Or she ends up in the hospital, but her character's not that bad, so I'll put her in C. Next we have Alexi. Alexi's our first character that I actually like. So Alexi's the scientist, one of the scientists that ends up being a good guy, and he's pretty goofy. I think he's A tier. I think he's an A tier character. He's actually probably, dude, he's borderline S too, but we just didn't get to see him that much. He just he was easily the best part of it was season 4, I think. He was easily probably one of the best parts of season 4 because, like I said, I think it sucked. So, he was one of the best characters. So I'm gonna put him in A. I think A is pretty fair. Oh my goodness. Next we got Argyle. This dude's so funny, bro. His comedy special is actually hilarious. So I'd go watch that if I were you. But just he was just playing a stoner, and it was hilarious. Again, probably one of the best parts of season 4, because the actual storyline of season 4 was just horrendous. I'm probably gonna slide him in B because I don't like him as much as Alexi, but he's still a good character. So next we have, all right, this is Axel, who's in Callie's gang, and he's gonna join the goons down in F tier. Again, I do not remember who this is. I couldn't tell you what he does. I just know he's in a useless part of one of the seasons. He does nothing. F. Oh man, Barbara. I'm pretty sure Barbara is the first person who dies in the entire series. That sucks. But like Barbara was chill until she, died. But I'm thinking like C tier probably, just because we didn't get to see her that much, but she was a good character until she died. So C. Next up we have Becky Ives. So I think Becky Ives is somehow related to 11. Like she's related to 11 somehow. Again, I'm not like a super fan here, because like there's a lot of characters and a lot of seasons and a lot of people in this show, and I just look at it at face value. I don't try to dig into the lore too much. So whenever we start pulling out these names that I don't know, that's where it's going to get a little bit rough. So if I get some of these wrong, I don't really care, because if they're not that good of a character, I'm not going to remember them. So this is Becky Ives. D. No, she's just there. Moving on. Next up, we got Benny Hammond. For you guys don't know who that is, he's the dude who runs the burger shop that 11 like hides in after she escapes in the very first season. So he's in first season just very briefly, like taking care of 11. Goat. Actually a goat. He's B tier for me, just because he's not in there that much, but he is cool because he takes care of Elle and he gives her food and all this stuff. So borderline A tier, but I don't think he's on Alexi's level. So next up we got Billy. Yeah, come on now. I mean, oh, Billy's borderline S. Billy's such a good character. I almost want to put I'm trying to keep S exclusive though. So I'm gonna keep Billy in A, even though I really do like Billy a lot. I like what they do with him in season 3. They make him like the main antagonist, which that's sick. It actually fits his character well, and the actor kills it playing his character. So I'm gonna put him in A, personally. Next person. Bob Newby. All right, this is whenever I'm gonna get a little bit controversial. This is season 2. Mind you, season 2 I think is one of the worst. I think it is the worst season. I hated it. I barely remember anything from it because it all sucked, in my humblest opinion. So I don't really like Bob. I think he was just kind of an annoying character, and I know people really like him, but I didn't. I thought he was just, he was just kind of annoying, and I'll put him in D. Sucks that he died, but like, oh well. Moving on. We have Martin Brenner. This is like the crazy scientist guy that like Elle knows, and eventually he dies, which is pretty sick because he's kind of a douchebag, and I don't really like his character that much, but I think I like him more than the people in D tier, because at least his character had some sort of like value. So C. Again, this is my tier list, and it's what I want. So C. Next, we got Phil Callahan. This is one of the police officers in the first season. I mean, this just doesn't affect my life whatsoever. D. Moving on. Next, we have, who is this? Oh, this is Carol Perkins. Oh, look at that ad. Don't support Xfinity. That ad, because they're trying to ruin my video by putting a giant ad at the bottom of the free tier list maker. Anyways, Kara Perkins, I think she like bullies Nancy in the first season, if I remember correctly. She's friends with Steve and some other dude who's on this list. But bullying people isn't cool. But I actually know who you are. So D. But I don't like her. Moving on. We got Chrissy next. Oh man. Quite tragic what happens to Chrissy, dying in the first episode of season 4. I think she's the first to die. I mean, she's definitely the first to die. But I don't know if I don't know if it's the first episode or not. I did like her character. I thought there was gonna be like some like tension between her and Eddie, and then Eddie gets blamed for killing her by that Jason dude. I think that's his name. It's Jason. Yeah, so that's not cool. But I mean, Chrissy was kind of a cool character for, the little bit of time she was in. She's kind of in the same realm to me as Barbara. I just like her better than Barbara, so I'm gonna put her in B. But is she on the same level as Argyle? Argyle's hilarious. I might have to bump him up. Yeah, Argyle's gonna get bumped up to A tier. Because it's not fair to put Argyle and Chrissy in the same tier. But Chrissy, B, Argyle slides into the A slot. All right, next up we have the Demidog. I mean, dude, just like this is just so whatever. Again, this is from season 2, and it was just like, oh, let's make a new threat that's just worse than the thing from season 1. But there's a lot of them. Ooh, how creative. The creative team really cooked on this one. It kills Bob. That's really all I remember from them. I'm pretty sure Steve goes ham, just beating the hell out of one of them, if I remember. But just see. I don't know what else to say about the Demidogs, so. Next, we have the actual Demigorgon. Okay, an actual good character, an actual good villain, antagonist, whatever you want to say. Am I getting those right? Is it antagonist and protagonist? Hold. Antagonist meaning a person who actively opposes somebody. Okay, so antagonist is the bad guy and protagonist is the good guy. Okay, I was right. I just had to get that correct real quick. But so yeah, good antagonist, pretty scary. Honestly, like the first time I saw this, of course, whenever I saw it, I was probably like 10 because that's how long it's been since they've been making these, and I'm 19 right now. So I remember this scaring the hell out of me. I won't lie. But it's a great character. It's probably my favorite. It's it's S or A because I don't know if it's my favorite creature of the entire series. Because I'm gonna be for real with you guys, I'm very season 3 biased because it's my favorite season. Because it has the most charm and it's the best in my opinion. If you want to say the first season's your favorite, that's perfectly fine too, because it is pound for pound probably better, but I'm not like a movie critic person, so I don't really care. I just like movies. Like I just like bright colors and funny moments and all this stuff, which season 3 has. So but the Demogorgon is I'm gonna put it in A. Definitely gonna put it in A. So run it back. Next, we have Enzo. Enzo is this is the dude that helps Hopper escape from the like the Russian prison. He's kind of cool. I don't really remember him that much though, so I'm gonna just put him in C. That just seems very fitting. Next up, we got Dustin. Okay, first S tier. If you don't like Dustin, we got a problem. because Dustin is actually one of the GOATs of the series. Um, like him a lot. He's funny. What's not to like about him? And also, like, he hasn't died yet, which people online keep saying that Dustin's going to die or Steve's going to die in the last season. And if that happens, again, we're going to have problems. But I'm going to put him in S. And next, we got Eddie Munson. Listen, some of y'all out here, like you guys are glazers. This dude was in one season. He was a good character, but you guys are treating him like he's the greatest character of all time, and he's just not. He played the guitar. And got blamed for killing Chrissy. Y'all just need to chill out just a little bit. Just because the fan hate, the fan, like, over glazing, I almost want to put him in B, next to Chrissy, just for the love of the game. But the solo he plays is Metallica, so, like, that's kind of tough. I just hate the online people so much who say this is a better character than Steve Harrington, which is just not correct. I'm gonna put him at the top of B, and just remember he's like a B plus. He's better than the other two in B tier, but it's just like I just cannot put him in A with good conscience. So next we have 11. This is also controversial. I don't really like 11. I think she's kind of annoying. I know she has like superpowers and stuff, but if she were to, like, I don't know, like, disappear in the 5th season and we just never saw her, I wouldn't care, because I like people without powers taking care of the monsters and shit. She's just obnoxious, and I know, like, the entire show is based around her, but she's just not it. I feel like I enjoy the series more whenever she's off the screen. And then in season 2, I think she goes and does the thing with Callie, which I've already made very clear that I just think it's just the worst thing ever. But, like, she's fine. B. I'm putting her in B tier. Because she had, like, it's good. She's good because the series is literally based around her pretty much. But just the way they portray her in some moments is just obnoxious, and I don't like it. Next we have, Erica Sinclair. Oh my gosh. She's annoying, but she does have, like, a cool part in season 3 where she's, like, actually, like, helping them out, which I like. And I forget if she also helps them in season 4 or not. But she comes around after just being, like, an obnoxious little sister. I'm gonna just it's C or B for me. I like her better than everybody in C, but I don't like her as much as everyone in B. I'm gonna just do the thing I did with Eddie. She's just a C plus. Let's just all keep that in mind. C is just very middle of the road in my opinion. So she's, like, higher than the middle of the road, just barely. So next we have Funshine from Callie's gang. I would put him F because he's in Callie's gang, but I just like his name. So I'm going to put him in the bottom of D. We're going to do the inverse. This is like a D minus. Again, Callie's gang just has no correlation to the actual story whatsoever. And, like, they're just in there for gits and shiggles. Again, I just do not mess with it at all. So Funshine, D. Next up is Grigory, the other Russian dude, but this is, like, the mean Russian dude. I don't mess with him at all. I barely remember him too. It's just like, nah. D. Just nah. Next is Heather Holloway. Heather Holloway is the first person to die in season 3. Which she dies kind of crazy because she just gets, like, slimed out by Billy. But then she, like, but then she's also like alive, I think, or something, because she like ends up back at her house, but she's taken over by the mind flare. Um, but her character is actually pretty good. We just don't really get to see her that much, being like actually Heather Holloway. So I'ma just put her in C. The C tier is gonna get pretty full. There's nothing wrong with the C tier characters. They're just like whatever. Next is Hopper. Oh, come on now. Hopper's S tier. Don't play with me, y'all. Like, Hopper's actually the GOAT. Um, if 11 died in the first season and it was just like Hopper taking over, like being like the main character of the entire series, that would have been sick. Because Hopper is actually the GOAT, and he has like morals and stuff like that he brings to the table. And he actually has a good character arc. So it's not just 11 who has the same character the entire series, which I didn't even state earlier, but I think that's obnoxious. But Hopper, S for sure. And the dude's just low-key a badass. I mean, he escaped a Russian prison in the 4th season. Let's talk about that. Anyways. Next is Jason Carver. This is Chrissy's boyfriend, and he tries to get Eddie killed because he thinks Eddie killed Chrissy. Rightfully so, because, Chrissy's died in, like, Eddie's trailer, and then it's Eddie's trailer, so you can't really, like, hate this guy too much, because, like, I see where he's coming from. He's just kind of a douche. I'm going to just put him in D, because I don't like him as much as any of the characters in C tier. So, D, from what I remember. Next is Jonathan Byers. Oh my gosh. You people online claiming that he has the best character arc and he is the greatest character in the show. You guys just need to cut that shit out right now, because this guy, Jonathan, he is just not it for me. He's the same whiny photographer in all 4 seasons who does nothing. And also he beats up Steve. That's not cool. And Steve was never in the wrong. Let's be honest. Borderline F. I genuinely hate his character, but I'm going to put him in D because he's actually a main character and he does help the story move along at least a little bit. And also in season 3, he becomes less whiny once he gets his job, and then he goes right back to it in season 4. And then he's just like smoking weed in season 4. That actually might bump him up 1, because I think he gets funnier in season 4. But then he stops like accomplishing anything. So I'm gonna just put him in C. I won't lie. Not my favorite character. Next we have Joyce. You gotta feel bad for Joyce. I mean, her son gets kidnapped or something every single season, and then she just goes stir crazy all the time, and then her husband just gets eaten by a dog in the 2nd season. Like, that sucks. That sucks a lot. And everybody thought she was crazy in the 1st season. Oh, I don't know. Joyce is a great character. I'm trying to keep S like very secluded for certain people, so I'm gonna put her in A, but she is probably one of the best characters in the series. I'm gonna move her to the top of A just to let everybody know where she stands. So next we have Callie, like actual Callie. And I almost want to put her in F because she put the writers up to all of this about putting this random ragtag group of people together and making like half a season about it. She has superpowers, cool, good for you. Yeah, I'm gonna just put her in F. I do not understand why we had to take 3/4 of the 2nd season to show that this other girl in this other place that has no correlation to what's going on. We just had to show how she had powers. Congratulations. F. Oh, next we got Karen Wheeler. Bro, listen, I got problems with Karen Wheeler. She's cool, she's fine, but we were going to cheat on your husband with Billy? Billy's an attractive dude, I won't lie. But Karen, you got to have some morals. You got to have some self-respect. You got to respect your husband at least a little bit. Have some loyalty. Karen, that was a moment of weakness, let's be honest. Again, she's just like a side character who just doesn't accomplish that much, in my opinion. She's just kind of there. And she's just whatever. She has her moments, though, so I'm going to put her in C. Next, we got Max. Max is cool. She's better than 11. But she's not quite A tier, so I'm going to put her in B, but above 11 and everybody else. She's going to go up next to Eddie at the top of B. Her character's funny, and I like her interactions with, oh my gosh, this is going to drive me crazy, with Homeboy. What's his name? The other kid in the... Wait, this is horrible. Hold on. Hold, please. Right. Because she dates Lucas Sinclair, which I always forget his name every single time I go to mention him. But, yeah. Is Lucas not on this tier list? Hold on. Yo, he's not. Yo, that's gotta be racist, right? We just didn't put Lucas on this tier list. I thought I was missing someone. I didn't make this, by the way. Someone else did. Okay, now that I have that fixed, and Lucas is now on the tier list, we can continue. Where was I even at? Oh yeah, I was talking about Max. She's cool. B. Next we have Mike. I mean, listen, he's just in the same boat as Jonathan, in my opinion. He's just the same character every single season, and he's kind of obnoxious. And he dates 11, I guess, in the third season. And all they do is make out, and it's just very obnoxious. And then he breaks up with her, and then somehow he gets even more obnoxious. And he's also always mean to Will for no reason at all, which that's not cool. I'm gonna put him in C. Another C tier character. These are just my opinions, by the way, whether I like them or not. So you don't have to agree with me, because the actor does a great job playing Mike, but Mike just sucks. So C. Next we have the Mind Flare. I like this is so controversial. I like the Mind Flare better than the Demogorgon, because I feel like him just taking over an entire town of people just for the love of the game is pretty insane. And I don't know. There's something about the Mind Flare in the third season that just tickles my brain a little bit. So, S. Oh, next we have Murray Bauman. This is the dude that helps Hopper escape from the Russian. Oh no, he helps Joyce get Hopper out of the Russian prison. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah. He's cool. I remember he was pretty funny. I'll just put him in B, because I think I like him better than everybody in C tier, so B. These aren't very in-depth analyses of any of the characters, but like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to say whenever I don't remember half the characters. So, next we have Nancy. I actually really hated Nancy for a long time, but now that I'm rewatching the third season, she's not that bad. She's kind of cool. Like, she's kind of cool. She has a very like independent like attitude, and she actually has a character arc. So, borderline A. Maybe A. Maybe A. Almost my favorite girl in all of Stranger Things. Almost. But I'll put her in A. Nancy Drew is cool, and I feel bad for her in the third season because she's always getting made fun of by like the journalist dudes, and I don't like them that much. So, A for sure. Next we have Sam Owens. I couldn't tell you who this is. Could not tell you what he does. He looks important. Couldn't tell you who this is. F. Next up. This Calvin Powell. This is the police officer that replaces Hop after Hop gets captured to the Russian prison. And he's just a replacement. He's fine. But just like, I just don't really remember what he does. So, D. Next up, another S tier character. We got Robin. Poor Steve. That's the only bad thing she does, but it's not even a bad thing. Like she likes girls. That's totally fine. But that hurt Steve a little bit. That's the only bad thing. Other than that, Robin was dope. She was easily one of the best characters in all of season 3, probably of the entire show, because she actually brings value to the show and she makes it interesting. And just her characters works really well with all the other characters like around, like always making fun of Steve, I think is hilarious. So S tier, in my opinion. Next, we have Scott Clark. This is like the school teacher of the kids, who also like has a bigger role in season 3, and he's also like stupid smart. He's a good character. I don't got much to say except for B tier. Y'all knew this was coming. Y'all knew this was coming. Steve Harrington, S tier. If Steve is not in your S tier of characters, if he's not in your top 3 of all characters in the entire show, you're just simply wrong. Because we are talking about the GOAT, the Demon Slayer, the Visionary. Did I say the GOAT already? The GOAT, Steve Harrington. First of all, the nail bat that he has, aura, straight aura. And along with that, he's got charm. He's got great hair with that Farrah Fawcett spray. He just interacts with all the other characters so well in his own way. And I don't know. I liked Steve from season 1. Whenever he was supposed to be like one of the bad guys, I still thought he was awesome. So S tier, and also I've been a day one Steve enjoyer. So next we have Terry Ives, who is Elle's mother, I think. Don't come at me. D. Moving on. Oh, Tommy H. Oh yeah, he dates Carol Perkins, and he randomly just shows up throughout the show. You're dating someone who's a bully, so you're gonna go right next to her in D tier, because you're mean. So next up, we have number 1, or he's also Henry Creel. Not cool. His character is actually pretty interesting, just because he ends up being Vecna. Obviously, it's what he grows up into, and ends up being. And he has powers, and he's like, and a ton of the backstory. He's a pretty good character that I like, even though he's bad. I'm gonna just put him in B. B seems good. And of course, right after him is gonna be Vecna. Listen, I don't mess with Vecna at all. It's just like, it's like they're trying to do this Michael Myers-esque thing with Vecna, where it's like, I don't know, it's weird, but I like the clock sound, like the clock dung, like the do thing. I might just throw in the sound effect right now. Yeah, that little clock sound, that's fire. So with that being said, Vecna's like B tier, because I don't like him as much as the Demogorgon or the Mind Flayer. So B. Next we have Victor Creel. Oh, this is Henry's dad that got blamed for all the murders that Henry did, and then went stir crazy and like poked his eyes out in prison. Like, geez, dude, calm down. But he's a good character in season 4 that actually gives valuable information, which I like. And I liked his character that little bit he was on the screen. He just wasn't on the screen that much. So I'ma just put him in C. C's getting a little full here. I feel like something needs to get bumped here. There needs to be a shift in the tier list because there's some people in C that probably should get moved to B. As much as I don't mess with them, like realistically, Mike needs to be in B tier. I'm gonna move Eddie to A. I'm gonna move Max to A because I like Max. Who's gonna get the step up in C tier? No, I think that's it. That's fine. That's gonna be the quick changes. And then after that we have Yuri. This is the Russian dude that like eats peanut butter all the time, and he's like a smuggler who helps Joyce, I'm pretty sure. I don't really remember him though, so I'm just gonna put him in D. That pretty much just rounds out the bad characters, because next up we got Will. Okay, you have to feel bad for Will to some degree. First of all, dude gets captured by, first of all, I think he gets captured by Vecna. I've seen this theory online that it's like the Demogorgon, like they compared like the side by sides of like a Demogorgon silhouette and then Vecna's silhouette, and like what you see in the street in the very first episode is definitely Vecna, which we come to find out, of course, in the 4th season. This dude gets captured by that, ends up in the Upside Down, and then has to outlive and outrun the Demogorgon, who's basically just like a superhuman dog plant face eating monster thing that's terrifying. He has to outlive that, and the only reason he survives is because he's singing his favorite song. Don't know how he figured that out. Seems kind of goated to me. And also, everybody's always mean to Will. Why are we always mean to Will for no reason? Maybe we need to have a little bit of self-worth and be nice to everybody. Be a bucket filler, not a bucket dipper. But I like Will. I'm going to put him in A. And of course, last but not least, Lucas. S. S tier. The dude is just shooting all these random monsters with a slingshot. That's some David versus Goliath type stuff. That's all I'm saying. That's kind of goated. And his character's hilarious. I mean, he's cool. I don't know what else to say. S. But I fear that rounds out all of the Stranger Things characters. Quickly, I'll rank all the seasons. For me, it's season 3, then it's season 1, and then like from first to 4th, season 3, season 1, and then I'll go season 4 and then season 2. Way at the bottom of season 2. Not my thing. How do I think season 5 is gonna be? Season 5 is either going to be really good because it's going to tie in all the loose ends, and they're going to do a great job doing it, I hope. Or they're not going to tie any loose ends, and I'm going to be pissed, and they're just going to go off on another tangent for the 5th season that's just like this random thing. They're just going to pull a season 2 because that's what I'm hearing online. They're going to just do another storyline basically, but I'm hoping they don't. I'm hoping they tie in all of this stuff, hopefully with Callie's gang. Because that's a thing, and hopefully they tie in all of the other loose ends from the rest of the seasons. I think that'd be pretty sick. Apparently the episodes are going to be like an hour to an hour and a half long each episode, and I think there's going to be 12. Don't shoot me if I'm wrong, but I think it's going to be 12. So this is the finalized tier list. I'm only going to go over the people in S tier because it's the only people that are worth getting a shout out. It's Dustin, Hopper, the Mind Flare, Robin, Steve, and Lucas. So that is going to wrap it up, and I really appreciate you guys for sticking around through the whole video or through the whole podcast. Check out my links down below if you want to check out any of my other socials. Again, hit let's see, what do I want you to hit? Hit a sit out power bomb on that like button or that subscribe button, because that's what I'm feeling today. So, of course, Monday Night Raw is tonight for you WWE people, so I will be posting probably in a few days about that, because I need to give a little recap. So, I appreciate you guys for sticking around, and I hope you have an amazing day.